Hello and welcome to the English class. I am Jisha Cletus Joseph, Assistant Professor of English, Nalla Narasimha Reddy Group of Institutions. So today we are going to deal with the fifth unit, how a Chinese billionaire built her fortune. So in this unit, we have vocabulary. Under vocabulary, we have technical vocabulary, grammar, practice exercises in common errors, reading, practice in reading comprehension, and in writing, we have report writing, types of reports, business and technical reports. So we'll start the lesson. Before starting the lesson, we have a warm-up session here. See, here they have given you 5 people. You have to find out who they are and discuss among yourselves. So the first name given here is Larry Page. Now, who is Larry Page? His full name is Lawrence Edward Page. He is an American computer scientist and co-founder of Google. Next, we have Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Elliott Zuckerberg is an internet entrepreneur, co-founder of Facebook. Next, we have Kiran Mazumdar Shah. Now, she is an Indian billionaire and she is the managing director of Biocom Limited, a biotechnology company based in Bangalore. She is also the former chairman of the Indian Institute of Management. Next, we have Lakshmi Mittal. Lakshmi Mittal or Lakshmi Nivas Mittal is an Indian steel magnate based in United Kingdom. He is the chairman and CEO of Arsenal Mittal. It's a steel making company. Next, we have Rupert Murdoch. His full name is Keith Rupert Murdoch. He is an Australian-born American media mogul who founded News Corp. So these are 5 important people or famous people who are mentioned here. These people are famous and successful. So we'll go to the next part of the lesson. Now, this lesson, the name of the lesson is How a Chinese Billionaire Built Her Fortune. So here, the name of the lady is Zhou Kunfei. The spelling is Z-H-O-U-Q-U-N-F-E-I. It is pronounced as Zhou Kunfei. So we'll just go into the lesson. Meet Zhou Kunfei, the world's richest self-made woman. She is the founder of Lens Technology and counts a $27 million estate in Hong Kong among her acquisitions. But she is most at home on the floor of a factory, dipping her hands in a tray of water to ensure it is of the right temperature, or taking the place of one of her technicians for a while. If you meet her, you would instantly notice her neatness of appearance, her round, owl-like glasses, and her cherubic face. Now, here a lady is introduced to us. Her name is Zhou Kunfei, and she is the world's richest self-made woman. Now, what is the meaning of the term self-made? Self-made means she came up in her life or she became successful by her own efforts. She didn't have any inheritance from her parents. She didn't inherit any wealth from her parents. Everything that what she is now is what she attained by her hard work. So she is the founder of Lens Technology. So this is a company that she started. She is a founder of Lens Technology. Now, the next sentence here is, she is most at home on the floor of a factory. Now here, most at home, what does it mean? It means that somebody is very comfortable with something. So here, Zhou Kunfei is very comfortable in her factory. She checks everything by herself. There are many employees there, but in spite of all that, she comes every day and she checks everything. Now, if you met her, you would instantly notice her neatness of appearance. She was very neat, her round owl-like glasses and her cherubic face. This line tells us about her appearance. Cherubic here means angelic type of face. Now, we'll go on to the next paragraph. The youngest of three children, Kunfei was born in a tiny village in China. She lost her mother when she was 5. Her father was a skilled craftsman. He lost his eyesight and a finger in an industrial accident. Young Kunfei helped her family raise pigs and ducks for their livelihood. So in the second paragraph here, something about her childhood is mentioned. So was it a very happy childhood? No, because she lost her mother when she was just 5 years old. Where was she born? She was born in a tiny village in China. And her father was a skilled craftsman, but unfortunately, he met with an industrial accident and he lost his eyesight as well as a finger. And so he couldn't work much as he had worked before. So young Kunfei had to help the family raise pigs and ducks for their livelihood. So here in the box, you have 3 questions. Who is the world's richest self-made woman? What is the name of the company she started? So here, the name of the world's richest self-made woman is Miss Zhu Kunfei. And the company that she started is the Lens Technology. Next, where is she most at home? What does it mean to be most at home? She is most at home on the floor of her factory. She's most at home in her factory. So what is the meaning of the word most at home? It means that you're very comfortable with the place where you are in. Next, where was she born? What was her childhood like? Now, she was born in a tiny village in China, and her childhood was not a very pleasant one. She was the youngest of 3 children. She was born in a tiny village in China. She lost her mother when she was just 5 years old. And her father, who was a skilled craftsman, met with an industrial accident and lost his eyesight and a finger. So she had to help the family raise pigs and ducks for their livelihood. So this is about her childhood. Now we'll move on to the next paragraph. Despite being a brilliant student, Kunfei dropped out of school at the age of 16. She landed a job that required her to work from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. polishing glass. The hours were long and the work monotonous. After 3 months, she decided to quit. She wrote her letter of resignation to her boss, in which she complained of the long hours and the boredom. But she also said that she was grateful for the job and was willing to learn more. Her boss was impressed with the letter. He asked her to stay on and promoted her. So now in the third paragraph, again about her early childhood and her early work is mentioned. So she was a very brilliant student, but in spite of being a brilliant student, she had to drop out of school at the age of 16 because they were poor. She couldn't afford to study more. And she had to take up a job to help their family. And she landed up in a job that required her to work from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. polishing glass. This work was very monotonous. Monotonous means boring. You have to do the same thing over and over again for so many long hours. That was monotonous and boring. So after 3 months, she decided to quit or resign. She wrote a letter of resignation to her boss in which she complained of the long hours and the boredom. But she said she was grateful. So this shows her character. She was grateful for the job and was willing to learn more. So she was always willing to learn and she was always grateful for what people have done for her. So with this letter impressed her boss. And what did he do? He asked her to stay and he promoted her. So we'll go to the next paragraph here. When she had saved enough money, she took the help of her relatives and set up a workshop for making watch lenses. Much of what she knew about making lenses was self-taught. She now began to use different ways of improving the quality of the lens she sold. She began to acquire a reputation for making the finest watch lens available in the market. Along the way, she married and had a child. She then divorced, married again, and had another child. Now, this again, after working in the factory, after getting a promotion, she was able to save enough money. So, after saving enough money, what did she do? Along with the help of her relatives, she started up or set up a workshop to make watch lenses. And whatever she learned about making lenses was self-taught. She learned it by herself. She didn't go for any training. So again, she started to look for ways to improve the quality of the lens that she was selling. And soon, because of the quality of the lens or the quality of the product that they were making, she began to acquire a reputation for making the finest watch lens available in the market. Along the way, she married, had a child, and then divorced, married again, and had another child. So here we come to know that she has two children. So we'll go for the next. We'll stop here and go through the lesson. Read the lesson so that you can understand till here.